of green. We have Couturiers available, so a ton of Couturiers also mixed in here for Kermit. 5 in total, which is not as much as I would have expected, but still a ton. And then looking to the other side, I see Cursed Andrelban in the top going for 4 times green, 1 blue and 1 purple, which is just crazy. He will just be trying to engage everywhere. We see some Barang, we have 2 times flames, we have a ton of green, even more red and pikemen on the side of the defense, and Altushki is playing a really risky game here with all the green units, but if it pays off, it will pay off in a beautiful matter here. They just have to make sure they are not losing the endpoint too quickly, which would mean they have to defend the A point as well, and I would love to see that one coming in from Altushki here. So let's see where they are heading to. I also see some Mamilos here on the defender side. And then just immediately going to the supply, changing units. Are they going for cavalry? Are they pushing out? They are going for green units. That could be a sally out. Potentially. They are just picking so many green units. Oh my goodness, that will be a sally out. And oh my goodness. Is Kermit prepared for it? Let's see as soon as the gate opens. They are not. The anti-cav is just too far in the back. We have now Kermit reacting to the sally trap immediately to the gate. The Mamilos for the anti-cav, and now Altushki finally is moving out with full force here. Green units, green pikes here, and that sally out, I just love to see it. Altushki had so many green units, they have to use them very early. Cavalry from Kermit, getting rid of some of the Mamulos. Mamulos though going into the lineup of Kermit. Tons of failings there. And with the Mamulos, can the cavalry break through? They can't. No cavalry broke through. Too much failings here. 3 times failings, 2 times the arbalests. And like that, cavalry is wiped. But the green units from Kermit, can they get the value they need? More green units and the arbalests trying to get anything going. Is it enough? Let's have a look here. Kermit in the attack, 423 to 250 tier 5 units, so a massive lead in tier 5. Tier 4 units, small lead for the defense, small lead for Altushki. Even more cavalry coming out of the gate, but they are trying to get back inside, being stopped by the shield and spear. That means massive lead in units for Kermit. They have maybe control over the supply, but nope, they will be pushed outside. But that's another set of units coming from Altushki. Do they want to sally out? Probably not. Altushki making the move to the outer gate. They can't sally out. They just absolutely can't. Oh my goodness. Kermit on the way to the towers. Stalwarts braced, getting rid of the cavalry. And like that, Altushki once again back in the city with a massive unit deficit. Dual blades from Kermit, getting even more poke damage. Some cavalry charging in, being wiped by the pikes. And Mercus Opsi dies in there, as well as Excalibur. No, Soliang is still there. I thought he would be Excalibur dying, but now Soliang is defeated. And like that, Altushki falls back behind the C point into the end point. Interesting. Here we go. Kermit. Full 15-player Kermit being stopped by 1 unit of Rotten Round Shields. You should bring more of those, Altushki. You could just delay the whole match with 15 of those. Kermit doesn't want to commit on them. Kermit doesn't want to commit on anything. Where are they? What are they waiting for? Altushki is sitting on their endpoint, and Kermit is not even taking control of the inner city yet. So many units waiting on the top. What are they waiting for? One hero from Altushki making a move here to the front, trying to get back. He will do so successfully. He's just spotting where the attack is coming from. Cursed Andrelban. Where is Kermit coming from? Kermit, slow pace move to that supply point we can see in the screen right now. Ton of stalwarts in this setup, and they are just taking control now over the sea point and this supply point next to sea. Some units also moving to the left hand side of the city, capturing this left hand supply point probably sooner than later. Can they capture it yet? Probably not. Now it's there to capture. Okay, I didn't know you need the sea point for that one. Interesting. Kermit. Where are they going? It's just such a massive map, so you can't really figure out everything that's going on. At the same time, trap being called on the Varang. Varang not really getting much value here. 6 Rattan pikemen being taken care of. But I feel like those Rattan pikemen, they are really tanky against the Varang. Because, I mean, that was like 4 to 5 volleys of the Varangs onto the Rattan pikemen. I would have expected the Rattan pikes to immediately fall to the ground. Kermit preparing their push up this ramp onto the top into the setup of Altushki. Varang moving to the back, Kokos being called here to the front lines. Cursed Andrelban deciding to move from the ground through the tower to make sure his Kokos are arriving in the unit block of the defense safely. Also have some defensive setup on the bottom here of your screen, and at the moment there's not much going on. Kermit now rotating to the top, rotating to the main gate with some of the units, some of them also staying here. I already see some flames being moved out of the tower to the main gate. Altushki wants to make sure they are holding on to the main gate as long as possible and hopefully get the victory there, so they can just then move on, turn around and wipe the units of Kermit on that ramp. Kermit still not willing to go in. One unit, one hero on the main gate. Hero, Lucky Darrowald, really lucky to escape in safely, into safety there. And we have him looking again. He's really in quite some danger. Kokos, long throw from the Kokos. Rattan pikeman climbing the ladder, sullying with the ladder climb of his Rattan pikes. And it feels like Kermit is really afraid to go in. Now the push on the top comes in, and yeah, Altushki is stopping that one immediately. Kermit rotating around, rotating back, and they will set up once again, it feels like, as I don't like that rotation. 10 minutes 30 and they are still just rotating back and forth. Goodness. Kermit, what are they doing? They are just losing so many units here. Ten minutes left. Kermit once again back here, on the supply points. Oh, only three flames alive because of the defensive longbow. Who is it? It's Bustoy, of course. Who would it be if not him? He's just sniping the flames across the whole map. New unit of flames from Silent Warrior being pulled here. He has to be careful to not lose them. There we go. Flames being set into safety. No flames lost. 2 Cocos lost. That's as good as it could be here against the longbow with Bustoy and the 2 muskets on top. Kermit now making the move to the front gate here with full force, and one as shield mains looking to the backside, but right now I still don't see too much going on here. 3-4 minutes now already waiting and not really making a move. We had some units fighting, but that was just minor engagements. We can see here Altushki still being down by a lot of tier 5. Not too many tier 4 lead here for Altushki, so that should be massively in the favor of Altushki. Kermit though, they have rotated once again. They are going to the top. They are trying to get in that trap. Massive trap being called there. Beautifully placed. You can see the flames just running to the top, but will they be there quickly enough? Cocos from the attack. Where are the Cocos? The Cocos are on the bottom. They can't throw up right now, but that feels just like a massive sandwich that Kermit is engaging here. They are being pushed from the right side. Flames not really in good position. Flames from the defense from Altushki. Really good setup from them. And that's just a massive wipe. Kermit completely out of the equation here. Being wiped. Altushki fighting back. And like that, unit trade is massively in the favor of Altushki here in that fight. In the long run, we are still kinda even. We have 100 more tier 2 units for Altushki, but that's really the main difference. Almost no difference in tier 5, almost no difference in tier 4. Kermit setting the first foots onto the endpoint. Denitax and Sullying the first one to engage on it, and we have some stalwarts setting up behind the endpoint, trying their best to gain some ground here, falling back by a bit. Denitax also retreating with the stalwarts. Stalwarts in quite some trouble. Defensive units going in. Stalwarts have to brace. Flames from the defense are there. Cavalry is following up. And like that, that's already around 50 to 100 units gone from Kermit. Kermit trying to go in, but there are a ton of stalwarts set up and ready. And Kermit once again is fighting up the staircases. Flames can't really do much. Cocos try their best, but they can't do much as well. Flames from Kermit are there, and right now, flames from Kermit now shooting in. Cavalry trying to get in there, but still flames didn't do enough damage to make the cavalry push possible. Cavalry from the defense now going onto the flames, and that means those flames are gone. Defenders still fighting back, but it feels like Kermit still has some ground here with those stalwarts, but there are more flames from the defense. Keel, the shield and spear trying to jump. The flames is being taken care of. Mercus Opes is the next one. Could try to get onto the flames. Silent Warriors there jumping in, and that means Kermit has no control here towards that endpoint. Kermit, good push. I first thought it's not the best one because they went full into the flames, but they somehow broke through with the stalwarts, and now cavalry going in, but there are some Modaos from the defense. They can stop cavalry just very long. Defensive cavalry going through, and those monastics are just so incredibly tanky, breaking through all the stalwarts so quickly. We have another follow-up with the dagger axe calf, and Altushki with the cavalry and a massive infantry setup finally making sure they can still hold on to this endpoint. Unit trade is going back and forth. We can just look at this one for a second as this fight is not over yet. Unit trade very even now. Almost every single unit tier is even, and that means we are just going full in unit versus unit and only individual skill, and the team play still count. No lead for anyone. We still have a ton of stalwarts here for Kermit. We have the spear sergeants and the paladins going in from the side, and from the front we have some Modaus with the spear sergeants going in. Now more spear sergeants, so it feels like spear sergeants versus stalwarts right now, and the defense is doing a good job in always coming from different directions to make sure those stalwarts can't really brace good. But the stalwarts, as they are such a strong unit, are so tanky, they deal so much damage, and they are slowly taking control here of the city. They are just pushing on, going on, and that's just such a massive blob here. But all the shields are just so tanky, so this fight is going on for so long. Stalwarts just constantly healing up. The trap is massive. Can the trap hit? That's a big difference maker if it can, but it feels like it's not. But that one, was it even in the circle of the trap? I don't think it was in the circle, but that trap, the only trap getting in, perfect trap shell, that's just a difference maker if you can have one. Kermit finally getting control here. They are also up in here in unit count, and they are now slowly taking control. Those red and pikemen have to go from the side. They can't go in from the front, and that's exactly what they are doing. Next red and pikemen should go from the other side, and they are looking for that side, and we're seeing in that fight, but the red and pikemen can take care of those. But that's only red and pikemen and some heroes for the defense. 2 minutes 45. What can Altushki do here? I feel like that first sally out cost them so incredibly much. Next hero on the point, Polex jumps into the backline of the stalwarts, but those stalwarts, they just had a perfect CC immunity. The shield, the short sword trying to jump in, knock over some of the units, but oh my goodness, that's just so much on the endpoint. 2 minutes 17. That's just almost no chance to body block this. All the heroes from Kermit jumping onto the defensive heroes. 2 more alive, 1 more hero alive for Altushki. Where is he? Pustoy with the dual blade trying to rush to the point, and cursed Izzy as well, but they are being stopped immediately and they can't do anything. Like that, victory for Kermit, beautifully done. 7 hero kills and 155 unit kills for Grim in the attack, and that was a massive performance from him. He also had the most heroes killed with Silent Warrior together, both on 7 hero kills. Now we are looking to Altushki in Nokia with 7 hero kills, also 7 here for him, and 153 unit kills. Sadly not enough also for him, the most heroes killed in his whole team, Alma Flex and Bogo Podobin on 6 heroes killed each. But sadly not enough. Post-battle analysis, we can see here first sally out didn't pay off, so many units lost, not really much gained. And like that, they had a massive unit deficit, and then constant fighting for that endpoint. First, the attackers got wiped so much. Altushki did a great job in fighting back and getting a good unit rate, but then slowly they got taken care of. Altushki losing constantly more units, and like that, in total, making them 1 per push. And then on the other side we have 2 times Varang archers for Altushki. They have brought 1 in their defense before. We have 2 times flames with some Orochis, some Mudaus and some shieldmains, plus of course a ton of stalwarts. And of course everyone brings 1 unit of green of tier 2, apart from 1 or 2 players on both sides. Here we go, we're loading in, And I would assume we won't see any sally out from Kermit. They have dealt with it quite well on their own. So I would assume they expect anyone else to do the same. And they will stay inside the city. Even though they could maybe try to defend A. Here we go. Altushki in the attack. Where are you going? Of course, default to the artillery, to the siege towers. And then on the defender side, we have already big unit rotations here towards the A point. That's what is thought about. With all the green units, we need to start defending very early. Massive war rockets. Silent Warrior immediately sending his units back to the supply point. Every single one survived this one. Very lucky for him, but in the end he will be on full HP again, and there will be nothing to worry about for him. Kermit, they are definitely defending that point. Oh, and a beautiful war rocket shot here onto the supply point, but all the spear sergeants from Lucky Darrell staying alive. Lucky, as his name says, with that indeed. And we have to wait for our first unit deaths. And I just hear somebody knocking onto a ladder there. Very annoying. Two, three longbows on the defender side, getting rid of the units pushing the siege tower, but they are not doing that quickly enough. So we see the siege tower being pushed constantly here towards the wall, now mounting on it, and that's just gray units being taken care of. So not too much gain for the defense. Altushki immediate push in with the heroes through the tower onto this right hand side of the wall. Musket and two muskets plus the longbow, getting rid of Lucky Darrell's flames. Not so lucky this time, and that's just so painful. Heroes, 5 heroes from Altushki jumped there. They will be taken care of, but those flames are just gone and can't be recovered. I think Kermit had 3 times flames, so they have 2 times left, but there was 1 unit of flames. That's just painful, but I'm not sure if the loss of 5 heroes from Altushki was worth it, because he could have just sent 1 Polix hero maybe, and he could have at least taken down 5 to 6 of them, plus the muskets from top and the longbow. So that could have been way enough, and not losing now 6 heroes. Plus Bogo Podobin fighting in the main gate for his life, trying to get away, being knocked to the ground, but he can just recover from that with the pike. Beautifully done. The dual blade hitting onto the Queen's Knights. Those might go down quite quickly. You can just increase the minimap size for a second to see what's going on. And those Queen's Knights, oh my goodness, so many of them dead on the ground. Defense on the B point for Kermit with the stalwarts, with a big rotation now, hopefully from main. There we go, from the A point, and Kermit is trying to hold on to this B point. Supply will be taken care of by Altushki. It feels like Kermit is overextending here quite a lot, as the Orochi are going into the back. Orochi stabbing in, nope, first spinning and then probably stabbing it. But now Orochi will be wiped. The defenders, Doppelsolners, have used their ability. So Altushki has to wait for 4 seconds until they can use the next ability. And that 4 seconds are really crucial here. You can see it. A lot of units died in that 4 seconds. And now Kermit can go around the corner. Muskets from the top, constantly shooting in. But Altushki is still getting some progress going. But that's just so much blue. Cavalry from the back, getting some value in, but there's also cavalry from Kermit going into the back of Altushki, and Kermit is just making sure Altushki has no chance to get to that B point here. Will Altushki immediately rush to the A point? They could respawn and immediately go there. They have some units, probably some green pikemen there. The supply point in the city is also captured from them. Those green pikes will be taken care of quite quickly here. And now Altushki is already making their move to the A point. One hero in. More units to follow this one. And the A point is being taken. Kermit will probably fall back now, as they have no chance to get onto the A point and secure that one without a hefty unit loss. So they are falling back to the end point, it feels like. Where are they going? They just wanted a good unit trade here, and now they are falling back. C point or end point? Where are they going? End point, it feels like it's not. It could be C. There we go. Set up on C. And those units running away are just the units being traded out. So I have a massive hold here on that supply point next to C. Might see that one being the next point of attack for Altushki. They are bringing some Cocos. 2 walls. They have some Doppelsilvers with them. Now, Doppelsilvers also on the attacker side. And that supply point is getting more likely as we are seeing more units from Altushki being pulled to that wall. Unit trade, very well done here. 205 to 315 tier 5 for Kermit, and also a lead of 50 units in tier 4. So beautiful unit lead for Kermit, and Altushki have to do a massive push here to fight back and get that unit lead into their direction. They will get the supply point, but Kermit is not willing to give up the B point. Javelins, green javelins, just throwing in the javelins from the ground, dodging the trap. They are not too much value. I think it's 110 leadership or so being used there. They are trying to run away, but Kermit is already gone here. So now Altushki gets B for free. 1 unit of green Rattan round shields will be taken care of on the top of your screen, top right here. Hero as well will fall in a few seconds. But Cursed Androbine, I think it's Cursed Androbine. He already got immovable as a mountain. There we go. He's taken out, but his unit already tanked a lot and probably dealt a lot of damage with the poison. And that's usually what we see Rattan round shields do. Here we go. Rotation from Altushki to the endpoint. They will not be able to capture the supply point. We have seen it before. It can only be captured with the C taken, but they can rotate through the endpoint, and that's exactly what they're doing. Altushki here. Bogo Podobin with the flames. Quite in some danger with Jamar the Bomber on top. Flames hidden in not really much safety. He needs to bring them out. I think no more musket bombs left, so that's the luck for Altushki now. Flames out in safety. They are rotating around Pustoy with some green shields here on the top. What is he doing? He's just staying up there with the red and round shields and just shooting down onto the specials constantly. Beautiful use of the longbow here from the top, being protected even by his own units, and that's just massive. Once again, Altushki going for the rotation. Oh, he might be knocked off the wall there. Can he even fall down there? I don't think you can fall down there. So he needs to fight the musket. And like that, Altushki is taking control of this intersection once again. Grim with the Pike trying to support his mate on top of the walls. Elite Halberds going for the green red and round shields. And there's more to come into that tower. Sadly, we can't really see much in there. We can try to get a look inside. But those Halberd elites got just wiped by the red and round shields. Oh my goodness. Grim, it's just not your day, I guess. Oh my goodness. Halberd elite, purple unit being wiped by the green red and round shields. That's just so painful to watch here. Altushki now safely on the walls, but they need to get to that C point because it's only 5 minutes 40 left. Trap being called, and oh, you can see it here from the top. The rank archers, they can have a lot of impact here, but no, Kermit is just hiding behind this big pillar, behind this big tower, and like that, Altushki's the rank archers completely negotiated. Kermit making this one very careful, using everything, every corner they have, every high spot. Excalibur trying to get on top of the walls for Limus, the rank archers. Can he get them? Are they careful enough? Altushki, they are not. Excalibur getting rid of a ton of them. 12 left, 10 already dead. Pustoy on the top once again. We have some flames and Salty Planter in this fight on the ground, but will they survive? Longbow and the Varang archers on top. Altushki slowly making the move. Massive throws from the muskets of Kermit, and now they are going in. Trap into the rotation. Beautiful trap, hitting so much. Coco's very far in the front, and then attacks, and the defense with then attacks and everyone else trying to hold on to this point. Flames from Salty Planter in a beautiful spot. Trap could be massive. Calf flank from Sulyang, and that calf flank, that just got so much. You can see it on top right. So many achievements he got there. So many achievements the defense gets in total here. And that's just a beautiful wipe. No chance for Altushki. They are being completely wiped here. Unit trade heavily in the favor of Kermit, and that should be the game. This one fight here. Trap onto the flames. Flames only 3 left alive. They could be taken out quite quickly from longbow or some muskets. You can see the Varang archers on top here, but they will be pushed also. Right now, muskets not having the range for that one. Every single grenade not hitting on top, not making it by not even a meter there. Very fortunate for Altushki's Varang getting away with their life, but the match will still be in Kermit's favor. Heavy unit advantage here for Kermit. What do we have left? We have in the defense here a ton of golden units, some failings, some stalwarts, then even human now being brought into this one. Some, I mean, it's just, it feels like some cavalry, then we have shield maidens, phalanx, and stalwarts, and that's the defensive setup. And in the attack, we have some shields. We have 2 times Varang left, but 2 minutes 50 not the best to work with them. And we have 1 unit of flames plus some modals as anti-calf. Tushki setting up in front of the gate, now slowly moving in to get this fight here and try at least to get something going. But I feel like that should be a clean sweep from Kermit. Lucky Darrowald being baited a bit by his team. Re-engaging right now, and that's the point where those two meet. Altushki going in, getting the cavalry flank going from the right hand side. Sulyang with his own cavalry into the lines of Altushki. That one is just back and forth here. All the units clashing in this middle. So many pikes on the side of the defense. I can almost only see phalanx there. She-Mans, everything else is just smaller than those phalanxes, but the units of Altushki are falling to those. The Mudaos now bracing in front of the Varang. Varang not really doing anything there. Mudaos being taken care of in seconds here, and the Varang as well. Which means we have a sally out from Kermit and probably some leaves from Altushki. 3 more heroes alive. And there we go. Altushki is leaving this fight. Don't get baited by the blue color. That's just a visual bug. But we have Altushki leaving this one. And we have Kermit on a 2-0 victory. Beautifully done. And that one was a massive job here from Kermit, getting the 2-0, getting all the points for the sweep. And what a match here. Kermit completely annihilating any try of Altushki to get into the city, to get onto the sea point, to get anything going. They got wiped on B. They got wiped on C. They got wiped here in this push through the gate. What would Altushki have to do better in this one? I have no idea. That was just a beautiful performance from Kermit. And here we go. Altushki MVP is attacker with 71 unit kills, 711 troop kill score. Beautiful job from him for his team. Sadly, I mean, still 71 unit kills is not so much. 700 leadership is still leadership you have to bring as one hero, so that's even not too much of a carry here from him. But I think compared to the rest of his team, he did a good job. And then most heroes killed from Inovka with 5, and the rest of the team only 1 or lower hero kills. So he was the only one stepping up with hero kills. And then we have on the other side Salyang with 9 hero kills and 238 units killed as the MVP. I think it was his cavalry going into the back on the push to the sea point, and he got 156 stalwarts killed. What on earth did he get with that cavalry? Oh my goodness, I feel like 100 of the stalwarts killed were just one cavalry charge there. Massive job from him. Deserved MVP, but he, with his 9 hero kills, is not even the most heroes killed here. It's Grim with 10 here on the bottom. Beautiful job from him. And then we can go to the post-battle analysis, and we can just clearly see the difference here. First, the push to the B point didn't work out at all. Massive difference here in unit kills. Then after that one, where was it? Where was this spike? It was... Oh, it was the... some smaller skirmishes here around the side. And then of course we have the pushes 2 and 3.